Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Today we're going to talk about, let me pull up the notes real quick. We're going to talk about, okay. All right, so in the video, I don't know if it was the last video, I think it's the video before, it's talking about we're going through a shift, but it's going to be more of a smoother shift, and it's a very nurturing, loving energy, and it's gonna allow people to open up and allow their issues to come up, because it's coming up into a safer, smoother environment where it's not going to be so chaotic, to where the hurt and pain will come out and be able to deal with it, and it's going to allow them to heal better. Okay, so I started to say in the video, I was like, no, if I want to say it, because I already have notes for what this is about. Okay, so here's a funny thing that happens around me. I'm an extremely grounded person, very core, integrated, lots of healing going on. Now, because of that, I'm also constantly healing more and more issues. So here's the point. This is talking about the shadow side, and I'll explain in a second. So a lot of people are not really ready for it. I'm just going to read the notes. A lot of people are not really ready for it because most are just talkers and not walkers. I wrote the notes. They're total bullshitters. So you hear people talking about, oh, I went through a tower moment, and you're like, really? Wow, you don't seem like you went through a tower moment. Can you go through a tower moment? Holy shit! It can last 3 weeks to 3 months. They can last, and it can be emotionally devastating. I don't want to say devastating. It's more like it's just like all this energy. This what do you call it? It's just energy. Emotions come out. Okay. And so one thing is, if people spend too much time around me, they start to open up, and they don't even know what's happening. And all of a sudden, whoa, what the hell is this? And it catches them off guard, let's say that, and their issues will start coming up. Okay. And so that's the whole idea. I mean, what do I do for a living? What's my job? What's my purpose? To heal people. That's what I'm trained in. Energy healing, Reiki, pranic healing, Huna, consciousness work. I've worked with monks. I do NLP, hypnosis, timeline therapy. And so one of the things that they had told us during our trainings was, this was during the NLP side. When a client comes to you, one of the things they taught us was, if that person's issue doesn't come out while they're in the room with you, you can't deal with it. You can't heal it. You can't go, well, what's going on here? So you have to, there was a series of patterns of questions that we ask people that allow them to go back into that state. And then that part, we'll call it, comes up. And boom, now we can deal with it. All right. So one thing about the thing about energy healing is it's man, I don't know how to explain this. It's like you got psychology, hypnosis, NLP, energy healing. Okay. So when you have very clear, because my whole thing, I never got involved in the personal development world because I wanted to be a life coach, and I wanted to fix other people and make them like, this is the way you're supposed to live your life. That is not where I came from. My whole thing is I wanted to heal me. They said, hey, if you come to this 5-week training and this other training, we will deal with a lot of your issues. And by the time you come out of it, you will heal chunks of emotional and energetic issues. I thought, great, because that's what I'm looking for. And so I went to training after training after training, and they convinced me, like, Michael, you're a natural. You are gifted. This is what you're meant to do. This is what you should be doing. I was like, really? Oh, okay. And I went down that path, and turns out, lo and behold, wham, I'm pretty good. So here's my point. Because I'm so grounded, and when I say core energy, okay, watch this. All right, see this bottle? So the water's down to here. And this is basically about how most people, in fact, most people are not this grounded. Usually, most people's energy is about down here, about 15% or less. What it is your energy, little droplets are all over the place, and they're all out here, which means you're not emotionally grounded, which means you're not coming from your core, or you're not a very core being. Your energy is dispersed. When you take apart, imagine it being a little droplet. When you heal it, it will then integrate back inside you. So a lot of people will say, well, how do I get rid of this problem? Like, oh, no, wrong perspective. We're not getting rid or cutting off anything. We're going to find it. We're going to love it. We're going to nurture it. We're going to use energy healing to heal it so it goes back inside, and then it becomes one with your core energy. not a part inside ping-ponging around. No, it just becomes one. Now you got one whole unit. And then we get another one. We heal it and we integrate it. And then we get another one. We heal it and we integrate it, meaning it goes back inside the bottle. My energy is way up here. Like it's just boom. I'm just like, I'm solid, right? So when you get around someone like that, you become more of a grounded person. Your energy kind of comes back. But as it comes back, the issues are coming back too. And I'm like, oh my God. Because what most people do is they push their issues away. They shove them down. They push them away. They block them out. Smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, getting drunk, getting high. Some people are on Twitter all day long. Like they're like, I don't want to deal with my shit. I don't want to deal with my shit. Right? They become distraction masters. And those are the people like, I'm so distracted all the time. I don't know why. Because you're not dealing with your issues. The more you deal with your issues, the more, how to explain this? Because, okay, here's the deal. The illusion is that you can shove an issue down and it never comes up. No, because you're fighting it every day. Every day you start to get back fucking down there. You got all these different techniques and all these different things like smoke a cigarette, do this, do that. Get on Twitter, have some beer. You do. I'm not saying that you can't have a beer. I'll have some wine once in a while. I'm not saying you can't smoke a cigarette. I'm not saying that. The fact of the matter is most people do these things because they're part of their distraction techniques to block out their pain and suffering, things they don't want to deal with, right? The problem is every single day a person will say something, you'll be in a movie and they'll say something, oh, fuck, and the issue starts to come, you're fuck that, push it back down. You're constantly doing this and you're exhausted. By the end of the day, you're exhausted. People look at me like, you're 52 and like you just seem like you're so much younger. Your energy flows. You're so much more natural, and you're not all, hey, what's going on, man? Firm handshake, doing all the ego stuff, And it's like, well, yeah, because I've healed a lot of my energy, so it's more. It's like the energy last night in the bay in San Francisco Bay. The water it's just smooth and it's solid. Okay, here's my point. Your life suddenly becomes less chaotic the more you heal, and that's all I'm going to leave it right now. And so my overall initial theme of this video was, let me look at the notes because I think it says it better than I'm going to say it right now. I show people the shadow sides of themselves. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, let's do that because a lot of people don't know what that means. Okay, so people are like, well, what do you mean? Like, well, think of it as your conscious and your unconscious mind, right? Your dark side, like even in Star Wars, he says, Luke, come to the dark side. Well, that's a little different than what I'm saying, but it isn't. I'm not saying become an evil bastard and hurt people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to embrace the dark side or the shadow side, same thing. And what I mean by that is you need to nurture it. You need to heal it. You need to love it. If you don't love it, it will never heal. If you don't embrace it, it will never heal. Which means you got all this fucked up shit going on, meaning you're going to strike out at people when someone says a certain thing or do something fucked up or hurt someone or maybe worse. The idea is to heal and integrate the dark side. Some people, and the reason why, because earlier on, like, what do you mean, like, integrate the dark side? What do you mean, become evil? No. It literally means to heal each of those parts. A dark side or a shadow side could be when you were a child, you got molested or you got raped or beaten, or maybe you got humiliated or shamed. And you've repressed that. It doesn't mean you're evil. It just means like these are things that you've got. A lot of people, and it'll make you break out in acne. It'll make you bite your fingernails and make you smoke cigarettes. Because you're trying to push it down. I mean, it's a distraction push down technique. And you have all this anxiety. Now you got all these wrinkles, and you got all these, maybe not acne, but it could be different things, pockmarks, or whatever. Or it could be upset stomach. Oh yeah. I used to have unbelievable upset stomach all the time. Holy shit! And I can't. I used to keep Pepto-Bismol in my refrigerator year round. I haven't bought it in years. I can't remember the last time I bought it. I bet it's been more than 10 years. I don't touch it anymore. I don't need it, right? So I think my overall message in this is when people come around me, their dark side will come up, their issues, their shadow side. And this is what it means to do shadow work, is to heal the parts of you that you've pushed back behind in your unconscious mind that act like don't exist anymore. So you do this, right? So that is not the thing to do. The thing to do is to embrace it and to heal it, and find practitioners, I'm one of them, that are highly trained in this stuff, that have a lot of experience that can help you. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I hope that helps you understand what does it mean to do shadow work, to work with your dark side. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you.